mentioned this earlier in the show. You know, a lot of businesses are suffering. You immediately think of the restaurant and bar business. But our pal Chris Farley owns Pacers Running Store, and I was having a text conversation with him yesterday and thought it might be good to get the business side of things from Chris, who I believe joins us right now. Hey, Chris.
Chris.
What's up, fellas?
Life
Hey,
coach,
man.
what's up?
How are you doing, buddy?
Christopher.
Oh man, it's been a tough couple of weeks.
I bet.
Life-changing tough couple of weeks, but for everybody, you know.
Yeah,
so,
of course.
We're hanging in there.
How are you doing now, just in terms of, are you able to keep a few employees afloat? What's going on with you?
I've committed to my staff to try to keep everybody on board. We've committed to them at least through this next month.
Yeah.
You know, things can change, but our staff is just so crucial to everything we do that we've got about 90 employees between our events and our stores, and you know, they're everything. Anything that we can do is because of our staff. So we're trying to keep them on as long as we can, and yeah, so we're able to sell some shoes with curbside pickup. We're really doing a lot more online business, but yeah, our business is down. You know, it's down to 30% of what it was.
Right.
You know, and this is a busy time of year for us, and we've had to move races and cancel races, and there's no guarantee that those races are coming back. So it's an uneasy time here.
Yeah, have your landlords
sure.
have your landlords been pretty flexible in terms of, you know, paying your monthlies?
You know, and everybody's going through that. Not yet, but I mean that's on the table, and you know, we've got 6 landlords, and some are flexible, some are good, and some are just are not going to budge. But
Right.
but we just can't we can't pay them. I mean, we don't have customers.
Right.
I mean, we can if I had a landlord for my online business, I'd pay them, but we don't. You know, so we're gonna do our best to you know, work through it with them, and but we just they need to. There needs to be compromise on that side, and I have empathy for them because they've got bills, but we just can't pay them.
Right, because they own they owe on their mortgages or whatever they're paying.
Oh, they owe notes to the banks too. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
But
how do you see this playing out for not just your business, just in general? You can give us kind of that business perspective with restaurants, with bars, with other small businesses like yours. You know, Eric has talked about this for the last week or so. Malls were dying a slow death anyway. What's that going to be like?
I mean, this is obviously a pivotal moment in history, and it's definitely a pivotal moment in retail and for businesses like ours and restaurants. You know, I do think that the strong businesses will survive and maybe come out of this stronger, but it's going to be a different landscape. I mean, completely. I mean, the consumer I think this is going to shift consumer behaviors, you know, to that this consumer is going to become a lot more savvy on the digitally, and so they're going to shop differently, and you know, maybe they're not going to go to restaurants as much now. And I think for our business, you know, we're able to pivot and do virtual fittings. So, you know, you can go to our site right now and you can, you know, Zoom with one of our employees, and we can watch you walk, we can watch you run just over Zoom, and we'll make recommendations and send you 3 pairs of shoes, send us 2 of them back. And so that's been effective for us, but it's been because we've been able to pivot. And if you can't, I think you're going to be in trouble. And I think there's going to be a lot of businesses that aren't going to be able to pivot, and you'll see, you know, just a whole different landscape when we're out of this thing.
Talking to Chris Farley, who runs Pacers Running Store, and I can feel the stress and pain in your voice.
Oh, yeah.
I know you, though. You probably feel good that more people seem to be running.
Yeah, listen, I'm not going to be negative. That's just not me. You know, this sucks, but there is more people running than ever before. I mean, you just go out to a trail out.
EB's running. Bickle's running.
I know it is.
I hate
I mean,
it.
It is. There is for us. The silver lining is that there are more people running than ever, and after this is through, they're going to probably continue to run because they're not going to have the same sort of options. And I feel so badly for all these boutique businesses, these boutique fitness operations that I just don't know if people are going to pay $40 to $50 per session anymore to go and do a group fitness workout, but they are going to run.
Right.
Yeah.
And, races may look totally different, and we're trying to pivot and we're trying to figure it out. We have, we had thousands of people, we had 2 races. JP was training for one of our marathons coming up. We were going to have 10,000 people in that race. I don't know if that's ever going to happen again. I don't know if we're going to get 10,000 people in a race, which is a huge hit to us, but we're going to figure out how to service that customer somehow because they are running. So I feel very lucky, and I'm super positive. That's in my nature and for part of it, but I just feel super lucky that we are that Pacers is in this industry that is going to continue on because so many people are actually running right now.
Chris, you're now in the era of the upsell. So if you're curbside bringing out Brooks or Mizuno's or somebody, I know you're going to try to get some features, some $14 socks on their feet.
Hey, buddy, those are higher margin items, buddy. You got to get them on inserts.
Got to do it.
Nutritionals. So primarily we're selling shoes because that's what we do mostly. But absolutely, and that other stuff has gone. I mean, we've canceled all that. We have these future orders coming in. The only thing that we're selling really is shoes. But yes, to your point, we'll sell you it all. We've got it all in the stores.
Can you stagger the races in the future, like different stagger starting times? You know what I mean?
Yes.
So there's not 10,000 people at once. Like, I don't know, 50 people start at 8. 50
Well, they
people
stagger
start at
the
8:30?
finishes for sure.
Well, yeah,
for sure. Yeah, and we've talked about that. I mean, it's actually a really good question. We've talked about a race instead of an 8 o'clock start, a 5:30 start, 6 o'clock start, 6:30, 7:30. Yeah,
exactly.
So logistically, it's incredibly challenging, but yes. I mean,
you got to think outside the box. Yeah,
you've got to. Got to. I mean,
by the
it's
way,
too big of a
Farley, JP told us that the Hokas are called Ones. They're not ones. Is that correct?
It is. Yes. It's Hoka One.
Yeah.
I think they're like a French company. I don't know if that's a French term or not, but yes.
Are they still hot?
Actual.
Because I actually see those shoes you sent me afterwards. What are they called? Cakes has been wearing them for a while.
The Richard Ons.
The Ons seem to be fire. Everyone's wearing those.
So Hoka 2 years ago was our biggest growing brand in the company. They're still hot. On was last year our biggest mover, biggest growing company. So yes, both of those are red hot. And
but the Scott Brooks are still hot too.
Oh yeah.
Yes, the Brooks likes are still our number ones. Yeah.
Yes.
But I do feel badly for our vendors. Our vendors too. I'm good friends and partners with these guys. So and of course everybody's affected. Every business is affected. Our vendor partners, I was talking to one the other day, they had to cancel off from their factories they used to have the factories in China. They're from their factories, over 300,000 pairs. So these guys are canceling off and just taking a loss on all these shoes too at this point. So, our vendor partners like Hoka, On, Brooks, Mizuno, all these guys, they're just taking a huge hit too. And it's just, it affects everybody. So I have to keep that as our business is down, 70%, I have to keep in mind, everybody's somehow affected.
Well, Chris, thanks for giving us kind of the business perspective. If you want to support them, Pacers, Run Pacers on Twitter.
RunPacers.com. And keep this in mind. Like I had 3 of you guys running before all this happened.
Yep.
I had Valdez run. I had Cakes. Cakes and I were meeting for runs.
I know.
And
it's dried up.
JP was running a marathon. I mean, Man, and now that Eric's, the fact that Eric's running is incredible. But so yes, runpacers.com. I can help you. If I got 3 of the junkies out there, I can help you. I promise you.
Right.
Yes, he certainly can.
Thank you, Chris. Appreciate it, buddy.
Appreciate you, fellas. Best show on earth. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Chris.
I actually
Chris
went running
Farley?
with my 10-year-old, the first time that she actually went running with me. And, of course, she didn't break a sweat.
No.
3-mile run, didn't even break a sweat.
Yep.
Unbelievable. And I was drenched. I looked like I died.
Oh, 3 miles. Your boy
Yeah.
over here is laboring. Of course.
Big time.
That's the way
Big
it is.
time.